And all these slides will be made available to you too. So you will be able to look at it afterwards. Thanks. Ditya. What's your question, Ditya?
Hi. So I'm not Dithya, but I couldn't find the link. So Dithya sent me her link. So now it says that I'm Dithya and I can't rename. So
who are you? Who are you?
I'm Sky.
Sky. Okay, so that's one thing. It's going to be really, really important that you not use somebody else's link when we get into the camp. You are absolutely going to have to use your own link and register for the session yourself. And the reason is because we use the registrations and the emails that you sign up with in order to set the breakout rooms and to have automatic pre-assignment with the breakout rooms. So it's going to be pretty important, like I said, for you to register for the Zoom sessions ahead of time. Let me see if I can rename you. Do you know what breakout room you're in? Did you get your kit already?
Yeah, 28.
Thank you. Okay.
But I didn't receive any of the links. I checked all my Gmails and I couldn't find the link to the Zoom.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's there, but we'll find it. We'll find it. Okay. Dylan, what's your question? Hang on. Let me get to you. What's your question?
So will we get our Zoom links through our email or should you have already sent them?
Your Zoom, all of the links should have been in your countdown to Camp 2 email.
Okay, I'll look at that.
Go back and look at your countdown to 2, and I'm going to show you where it is when we get to the schedule. I'll show you exactly where the links are in that countdown to 2 email.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Nova, how about you?
I don't have my kit yet.
Okay.
Do you know what breakout room I'm in?
We will tell you what breakout room you're in just before we put you into breakouts. So don't worry about it until then.
I just wanted to clarify for folks that if they find their countdown to camp email and they see a link, that's not the Zoom link. That's the link to register for to receive the Zoom link.
Correct.
So in case that's some people's confusion.
Everybody must register
For each
session
group of things. Yeah.
Yes, and we'll go through that when we get into the schedule. I will show you each of those. Ariana, what's your question?
Yeah, so you know how like you can like register for like the general stuff like evening sessions, afternoon sessions. Is there like a specific thing you have to do? Like let's say you have a workshop or an optional workshop in engineering that's like in the evening. Do you have to register for that specific one instead of a general evening workshop or?
No, and we'll talk about that when we get into the schedules. I'll tell you a little bit more about when you sign up for something. What are you signing up for? What are you registering for? We'll talk about that when we get into that. Okay. Shreya.
Yeah, I have a question. So I signed up for my classes using my parents' email. Does that mean I have to join from my parents' email or can I join from my email?
If you join from, so is there a reason you didn't sign up with your email?
No, my parents thought they wanted to monitor it and.
Okay, well, and that's fine. But what's going to happen is if you signed up with your parents' email, then you're going to have to log in with your parents' email. So, and what you're going to have to do, if you've already registered for everything under your parents' email, you're going to have to go through and register again with your email. You don't have to unregister them, but you need to register with yours so that we can make sure that we get you in the right room.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Kaylin. What's your question, Kaylin?
It wasn't a question. I just wanted to add something to what you were saying. Couldn't she also forward the confirmation, the Zoom confirmation emails to herself so that it would be on her own computer?
If she got the confirmation email, but one of the issues is it looks for the email. It doesn't look for the IP address. It's actually looking for the email address that you're logged in with. Good point, though. And Grace.
So I just wanted to address an issue with, again, signing up for the Zoom meeting on my parents' email.
Mhm.
Because for this meeting, I'm on vacation at the moment, so I do not have access to my computer.
Right.
But I've also only signed up for one of the meetings, or I've only registered for one of the meetings so far. So then when I get home, would I just register for the other meetings on my computer and I would be able to do that? Because I'm almost 100% sure that we only signed up for this one on my parents'.
Yeah, I
computer.
I think I looked at it. Your mom sent me an email and I looked at it, and I'm pretty sure you're signed up just for this one tonight with your mom's email. And so you don't have to unsign up with mom's email, but just make sure you add yours in there too, because that's the one I'm going to be using to pre-assign. And therefore it's going to be looking for that email address when you log in. If the other one just sits there, it's fine. It's
Okay, thank you.
okay. All right, so let's get going here. So we were talking a little bit about the naming convention, and again, use the rename feature. I would like everybody to try to do that now. So Shreya, Kaylin, anybody, make sure that you put, because one of the things we do is we video, we take pictures, and we don't want to share your entire name with everybody in the world. So we want to make sure it's your first name, last initial, and then whatever your main breakout room is. So if you're in breakout room 28, it becomes BR28, BR28. So let's go ahead and finish doing that. If you haven't finished already. And this next comment goes for both for coaches and for campers. And that is, we really want you on screen most of the time. This is if we can't see you, we really are not sure what's going on, whether you are in fact in the room or not in the room, whether you're understanding what we're talking about or not understanding it. So for the most part, we would like you to stay on screen if you're in the main session, or predominantly in the breakout session. So if you are in the main room and you're listening to someone talking about something, it's not necessary that you always be on screen, but try to, especially in the breakout rooms, be on screen. And if you're talking, please always be on screen so that we can see who is talking. There's nothing worse than talking to a black hole. And then to stay on mute unless you're called on. And for the most part, I'm going to control that here, but as we get a little more comfortable with each other and being courteous to the speakers, as time goes by through the week, you'll see more and more frequently we'll be asking you to input to the chat box. So that will be turned off. And certainly in the breakout rooms, you'll have the freedom to chat and to speak freely. So one of the things is back at the beginning of June, you started receiving notifications, you received a welcome letter, you received a pre-survey that had to be completed, and those documents since the beginning of June. So here we are in the middle of July, were supposed to have been done before you got your countdowns. Many people never did them. And so consequently, they're sitting waiting for links to things that they just need to go back into their mail and find the link they should have completed so that it can be done. The system is regularly sending them requests to update it. And so I would just tell your friend Jordan to go back and check her emails for the welcome letter and the countdown to Camp 2 if she already got the welcome letter.
Okay, thank you. I'll let her know right now.
Thanks. Okay, can you go to the next slide, please, Alexis? And this will talk a little bit about, oh, I can't click it. Can you click the schedule link, please?
1 second. Let's see.
Yeah, right there. There we go. Okay, so these are all your Zoom links. You don't need to worry about the first two. Those were coaches training. The technical support office hours, that's passed. Today is the orientation session, so we're already halfway through the links. The rest of the links, the AM registration link, the PM registration link, the evening registration link, and the showcase registration link. All 4 of those you need to register for separately. So you click that link, go ahead and click one of them, please. It's going to take you to a form like this. Tara's already done it. So it's pretty easy. It just says, give me your email address and give me your name. And then I get the request for approval. And I have been approving them as soon as they come in for the most part. So people have been submitting them since July 1st when it was first sent out. And they'll probably do it right up till we're done with this meeting today. So you can back up now, go back to the, thank you. So those links, you need to click those links and complete those and go ahead and complete your registrations for all of the sessions. Go ahead and do it ahead of time. If you're not doing any evening sessions, you don't need to worry about it, but everybody should be clicking the AM registration link, the PM registration link, and the show registration link. Those are the 3 links that are required for everybody. And as I said, they're not automatically approved. So some links do, the showcase, by the way, is automatically approved. So you won't have to wait for a registration approval for that one. But the other 3 links are not automatically approved. Masha, yes, you have a question?
So do we only register for the AM link, the PM link, and the evening link, and the show link for those meets?
If that's, well, we're already in the O link, so we're already in the orientation link, so you don't need to register for that one because you're already here. And if you aren't signed up for an optional workshop for the evening, you don't need to register for the evening workshop. If you are signed up for an optional evening workshop, then you do need to sign up for it. So, but the others, the AM registration link, the PM registration link, you definitely need to register. Everybody needs to be registered for those. All campers need to be registered for those. Social and build coaches should be registered for the AM registration link. Workshop coaches should be registered for the PM registration link, and evening workshop coaches should be registered for the evening registration link. The 4th link, the show registration link, is strictly for the showcase, and everybody should register for that if you want to see your presentations, if you want to see what everybody else did during the camp, if you want to basically say it was a great week and here's what we did during the course of the week. Okay, next slide. And so we already did that. Yep. So the camp icons, for those of you who did not get them yet, they're in your kits somewhere. And these are just for you to use in your breakout room sessions. And it's just to give you, sometimes you don't want to talk, but sometimes somebody says something that's pretty awesome. And a lot of times it's in the speaker. And so it was a great thing when the speaker says something or somebody says something that's pretty awesome to be able to hold up one of these icons and just let them know that it's definitely a great idea, share an idea, or to ask a question. We've got the hands, the reaction, so we can do that in the Zoom sessions too. Next slide. Okay, so now we're going to get into